The most embarrassing moments in journalism history. Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds amazing, and it's not gonna make me upset or anything that people are journalists and act like this. It better include the Cuphead shit. That was amazing.
To hear a really funny joke. Gaming
journalism! I love this guy. I fucking love this guy.
I think a lot of people have slowly realized over the years, gaming journalism is in dire straits.
Sonic was never good.
For some strange reason, journalism, specifically about the gaming industry, seems to have people in it who know next to nothing about video games. Some act like they've never touched a video game in their life, even though that's, you know, their job.
Bro.
New Super Mario Bros. Wii is a tough game. Old school.
Mario Brothers is a tough game. My dude, what are you fucking smoking? It's a game for kids.
School tough, so you better bring your butt-stomping A game, as this will test even the most seasoned platforming veterans.
Which begs the question, did these people really want to be game journalists in the first place? Or was this their only shot at getting in the journalism industry in general?
I think that latter.
It really seems like it would be the easiest job in the world. Play video games. Go to gaming conventions.
Betrayal! What? Betrayal! Betrayed me! This game sucks!
Write about them. Talk about them.
What do you mean I have to play the game I'm writing about? Dude, it's insane. I really hope he includes the Cuphead thing. That is just so funny. For those that don't know, I won't spoil it, but I hope that it's in here. I obviously not. Well, I've never watched this before, but still, I really hope it's in here.
Dream job. So why is this so hard?
Oh my god!
Why do so many game journalists completely drop the ball when it comes to games journalism?
There it is.
There are a multitude of theories, speculations, and attempted explanations, but none of those are concrete. The fact of the matter is...
Wait. Gorgeous details, post-game content, some smart edits, too much water, too many HMs. Shut the fuck up.
Game journalists cannot stop embarrassing themselves. So why don't I tell you all about my favorite moments of embarrassment from gaming journalists? These are the most embarrassing moments in gaming journalism.
Yeah, let's go. I'm ready. Godhand review. Bro, Godhand is a good game. Holy shit, I've never heard of this drama before.
Godhand was a PS2 game released in 2006, published by Capcom and made by Clover Studio. Directed by Shinji Mikami of Resident Evil fame, Godhand is an over-the-top action game.
It's hilarious, I love this game. So loud, holy shit.
Yeah, this game is crazy.
It's
if you
so
have not
funny.
played this game before, I suggest after this video is over, go see how it means to play it. It is a one-of-a-kind experience.
It is hilarious.
Every person that I've talked to that's played it loves it. Well, except for one person. Out of all IGN reviews, many of them have been dunked and memed on. There's the well-known Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire review where they said it had too much water, and it got memed to hell and back because it sounds so ridiculous.
Too much tail,
but there is
smug
one
banana tail.
Thank you, Kitsune! Thank you for the 1,000 biddies.
We added 100 bits to Kitsune Yuki's cheer.
You know
Bonus
what? 9
bits
out of 10.
unlocked. We added 50 more bits.
9 out of 10. Too much tail. Massive tail! Nerf it! For real though, holy shit, how dare you say that about Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby? I mean, to be fair, that's kind of the premise of the story. There's water, but I hate water in my Pokemon games. I don't mind it. I don't think it detracts from it that much.
They will never.
You know what I fucking hate? I fucking hate caves. That's what I fucking hate.
Down. And
yeah,
that would be
fuck
the
that
infamous
shit.
Godhand review. The reviewer gave the game a 3 out of 10, calling it awful. His main criticisms are, the game is boring, it's frustrating, and annoying. That sounds fair enough. at first, but when you really read through it, it becomes very obvious. He was just really bad at the game. He boils down the combat to just
what a
mashing
surprise.
buttons when Godhand lets you do crazy stuff like this. He then
Yo, that
complained
was amazing.
He had
What the
barely
fuck?
any health going from stage to stage, and this made the game incredibly frustrating. When you
Just
put
don't
two
suck,
and two
dumbass.
together, you realize this man was most likely mashing buttons throughout the entire game, was getting his ass whooped, and blamed the game when he kept dying. And some of the info is just flat out contradictory. He claims the enemies were bland and generic, while in the very next paragraph talks about demons that will respawn from fallen enemies, which is something I don't think a lot of games do. That wouldn't really qualify as generic, would it? Oh, and by
Yeah.
the way, did I mention that Godhand has a boss fight like this in it?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Joker! One hard gangster, Diamond! You can find me at the club! Have your pet neutered or spayed! Ow, 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 ow!
Dude, this is so funny. What the fuck?
Hurts! I mean hurts! Together we are the Magnetic Power!
Why are you
Oh
not playing
my
this
God.
game yet? So yeah,
It's so
too long
funny.
didn't read,
I've seen those
he's bad at the
before.
game. He just didn't get it. 3 out of 10. After
3
this
out of
review
10.
was made, it's probably one of the earliest examples of people taking the piss out of a professional game website. A lot of people were mocking this dude, and this made him lash out on the forums.
Oh my god. That's so good, man.
Godhand came and went, but this
He
review
got
did
butthurt.
not. For years, this review became the butt of jokes. Anytime a bad game or literal shovelware got a high score on IGN, it was compared to Godhand. Imagine Party Babies is better than Godhand. Even
Party Babies is better than what?
IGN is aware of all the crap this review got. They even made a whole video defending Godhand and explaining how good it actually is a few years ago.
My name is Mitchell Saltzman. I work at IGN, and I'd like to say that Godhand, a game that IGN dubbed awful 13 years ago, is, in my opinion, not just good, it's actually
Okay, at least they rectified it, but still, like, that is so funny.
When the website you work for is debunking your review over a decade later, that has got to be pretty embarrassing.
What a fail, dum-dum.
Kotaku has some of the worst articles on gaming I've ever seen. They screw up this job more
Dude, Kotaku's such a fucking meme. I can't wait. What
than
do
any
we
other
got here?
website on this video. There are a slew of articles I could have used for this video. There's the PS5 review where the viewer says he can't enjoy the PS5 because of the state of the world around them. Well, I'm sorry for you, buddy, but that's something.
What the fuck? I literally got the Switch during the pandemic when I lost my job and I was sad. I had so much fun playing Animal Crossing every day. What the fuck? What is wrong with people? Find some joy in your life, man.
For your therapist and not people wanting a review of a game console. But the one I'm going for
So
is
crazy.
from the UK division.
Oh no.
Smash Bros. Ultimate got its first DLC character with Joker from Persona 5, but along with Joker came with a bunch of songs for the Persona series. One of the songs being from Persona 5 called Wake Up, Get Out There. Pretty
Okay.
catchy song with some nice lyrics.
Sure.
One journalist at Kotaku UK did not think so highly of it. Shortly after the Joker DLC came out, a hit piece from Kotaku UK came out called Smash Bros. Ultimate's Persona 5 DLC contains a disability slur.
What? Wait for it. I don't even want to know.
At around 1 minute 57 seconds, the term retarded is used, followed by the assertion, I can say it. This is the clip in question they're talking about.
Ready to pick up the pieces. Let's go. Let's play. Retarded. I say.
Now, I will give the writer this. It does sound like it in a passing listen, but when you really think about it, it doesn't make much sense being in the song.
I was about to say, bro, that it sounds like it, but what did they actually say?
Why is your first response to write a hit piece on it? When you listen to the song, you can tell the person who's singing is very obviously from Japan, and Japanese was their first language, not English. So there's a lot of English in here, and she's still trying to sing in a language she's not native in.
Sure.
So why do you immediately go for the worst assumption possible instead of thinking maybe you misheard something? This article was a joke, and a ton of different places laughed at it.
The likelihood that they say retarded in this song is 0%. It doesn't even
So she said retard it, and it sounded like retarded. Oh my god, bro.
Let's go, let's play retarded. When is that
That's so fucking ignorant, man, dude. Holy shit.
ever been uttered in the history of humanity?
And realizing they could potentially be wrong, they started editing it to include disclaimers that it might not actually be the word. But then, Nintendo and Atlas came out and said, no, the song does not include that word. So it made Kotaku and the writer look like complete fools. Which
Oh my god.
They eventually released a statement apologizing and throwing the writer under the bus, and then the writer threw them under the bus. They would later delete the article.
I saw blue hair.
And a month after everything blew over, the
I
writer
saw blue
announced they
hair,
were leaving
man.
Kotaku UK to focus on their own project. While she didn't say the article was a factor for departure or not, the timing is a bit too coincidental for it to not have been a factor. Mishearing a song lyric, having become the punching bag for a week, and having an article you wrote get deleted, and then leaving the company a month later, that's really embarrassing. Probably the most infamous thing Polygon has ever done was the Doom 2016 gameplay video, where the guy playing it acts like he has never touched
I actually thought that this was fake. I remember when I saw the Doom, there was like memes going around. I thought it was a meme. I thought it was some guy on Twitter claiming that this was a journalist, and then it turned out it was real. It was so fucking funny, man. He's like missing like 90% of his shots, like taking like 10 millisecond delays on his fucking like his movement and shit. It was so funny.
the video game
Hilarious.
in his life.
What the fuck are you doing, man?
A blind chimpanzee probably has better aim than the guy playing right now, but everyone knows about this incident.
He's doing his
I'm gonna be
best.
talking about one.
Bro, you're a fucking video game journalist. If I was this bad at shooters and I was reviewing a game that was mainly shooting focused, I would not fucking publish it. I would say I'm gonna take the L, I'm gonna let someone else do it, or find fake footage, or do something.
One that's largely forgotten about. Their Bayonetta 2 review. Bayonetta was always Devil May Cry but with boobs.
Yes.
Let's rock, baby.
It was great. I like that.
That's what the entire series has always been.
It's over the top ridiculous, yeah.
Loves women and the way women look, and he got a character designer who's also a woman to design the character he wanted. So you got an action game with a sexy witch because that's what Camilla wanted, and that's
God, I
what
love
Camilla
women.
got. When it comes to Polygon's review, they spend only a few paragraphs talking about the gameplay itself. It seems mostly positive and says it does a lot of things better than the original. But that doesn't matter, because
Sure.
2/3 of it are complaining about the fact the game shows off Bayonetta's assets too much. The game was made by a guy who likes boobs in action. The game is made for guys who like boobs in action, and they have the
like
right
that.
to enjoy those if they please. And the
And
entire review is
women.
basically trashing the audience this game is intended for. He
Oh
calls
my god! Boobies in my video game? Oh shit!
it cheap and pandering. He even
Sexist
docked points for the final score
gross.
because of it, even though he flat out said it did things better than the original. Like, if you don't like games with cheap boob and ass shots, that's fine.
Ridiculous,
They
bro.
can't win. Why
Yo,
the
thank you,
hell are
Leon.
you reviewing
Thank
a game
you.
that was made purposely
Thank you so
for
much.
that? Like, look at this box art. Look at it. What the
love
hell were
it.
you expecting?
This is
I
good.
wouldn't mind tasting it.
Oh man, I sure hope this movie called Saw certainly doesn't have any blood or violence in it. Arthur Gase was the reviewer of Bayo 2 here. It looks like he just got off recording for some 2000s new metal band. A lot of people complained about this review back then, but it's since fallen into obscurity because
My booby
other
game
things
has
would take center
boobies in
stage
it.
in the years
What a
to come.
crime.
People do bring it up time to time, and Arthur still doubles down whenever it's brought up.
What a wiener.
Review from criticism, well, that's kind of embarrassing.
Boobies.
The PlayStation Vita was a great handheld system. It was sleek, powerful, had a nice screen, and had a lot of good games. The issue is, it was released into a sea of hot competition by a company that didn't seem to care about it. But it still has its fans.
Hands up. You know a girl named Nora? Sure, yeah. Where is she? In the hospital. Where in the hospital?
Yeah, they're clearing out the upper floors. She's somewhere in there.
Just holding the Vita the whole time. Damn.
And one of those
Over a
fans
fucking
worked at
Vita?
IGN.
Damn,
Colin
bro.
Moriarty
I would
is
throw
a
my
huge
Vita on the
PlayStation
ground.
fan. No, actually, he's a slobbering PlayStation fan.
Fanboy.
And he, like most fanboys, had a sense of superiority to their competitors. And he was going to express this in a piece he wrote about the PS Vita before it's released. The PlayStation Vita is set to succeed. Now, there's nothing wrong with wanting a console you're a fan of to succeed, but this article is more than that. This entire article is pure fanboyism at its...
I despise journalists who have an obvious, like, role-playing fan fiction intent with, like, like, you're allowed to have biases, but at least be transparent about it. Like, I don't know. It's the smugness of, like, saying, oh my god, I love PlayStation, they're like the best, but I'm not biased or anything. Absolutely not. I have no biases whatsoever.
Finest. If he just wanted to
Should
go
drive
the
me
Vita,
insane.
that would have been fine. But of course, he had to compare it to the 3DS. He said the Vita was superior to the 3DS. I mean, hardware-wise,
This is what
sure,
I'm saying.
but not just in hardware, in every aspect. The library, the brand itself, and flat out said the Vita was destined to sell more than the 3DS.
Well,
And let me
joke's
remind
on you, it didn't
this is for a
work.
handheld that had not been released yet. He even flat out says the 3DS is of no concern to Sony. Nintendo isn't even competition to them. The real competition is smartphones. But he says that after he spent most of the article saying how the 3DS is lesser to it, calling the 3DS library Nintendo 64 games and worn out, tired game series. This is one of the most fanboyish, insecure console warring articles
Yeah, like, console warring to me is the same as, like, almost to the same level as, like, I don't know, like, football teams. Like, my football team's better than yours. It's like, buddy, it's a football team. They're just trying to sell you, like, they're trying to sell you a product or, like, get money out of you. It's not that fucking deep. They don't care about you that much. It's so bad. PS Vita was a better console than the 3DS, but Sony did not support it, and the game library was too small. Absolutely. Sony's the reason that PS Vita failed. Yeah, and he said that at the start, because they didn't care about it. Yeah.
I've ever seen. But as we all know, the PS Vita wasn't set to succeed. In fact, it did pretty bad on the market, especially to the 3DS, which also struggled, but still managed to sell 75 million units, while the Vita only sold around 15 million. The market spoke, and the Vita wasn't going to beat the 3DS. Sorry, Colin, but as long as Pokemon exists, the
Bye,
Vita gets a
Doji. Thank you
chance.
so much, man.
Colin
Really
will later leave
appreciate you.
IGN a few years later to go on his own path. But having this stain of an article still up as a reminder of how much you worship the ground
What a
PlayStation
wiener.
walks is incredibly embarrassing.
Wow, wow. Alien
Now, I
Resurrection.
contemplated
Oh
putting this review in
no.
here because I actually feel really bad for the guy who wrote this. But it's still a funny story, so I decided to put it anyway.
Oh no. Monka. This is a good one. I've never heard of it. monk. Boo!
Alien Resurrection was a movie made in 1997 and was the 4th film in the Alien franchise.
Mhm.
And honestly, it's a fun popcorn movie, nothing else. But being a late 90s blockbuster film, it of course got a game tie-in that was delayed for years and years until it finally came out in the year 2000. The game got middling scores all across the board and is mostly forgotten.
You know what? I think my brother had this game, or he borrowed it. Bro, I remember. Wait, I remember this. Hold on, let me look.
The game got middling scores all across the board.
You know what? I think my brother played this game. I just remember something really vague about this. I don't know why. It's weird. I don't remember.
It, well, came 3 years after the movie. There was one review on it, though, that while back then wasn't much, today is pretty funny to look at. The
Maybe I'm mixing it up with something else.
Where the reviewer gave it a 4 out of 10, which sort of makes sense for the middling review score.
Sure.
But what is the reason for the 4 out of 10, you may ask? Well,
no boobs.
The reviewer's main criticism was the controls. And what were the controls on this game like? Well, in the reviewer's own words, the game's control setup is its most terrifying element. The left analog stick moves you forward, back, and strafes right and left, while the right analog stick turns you and can be used to look up and down. Too often, you'll turn to face a foe and find that your weapon is aimed at the floor or ceiling, while the alien gleefully hacks away at your midsection.
That sounds like a skill issue, no? Yeah, that sounds like a skill issue. Am I wrong?
Now,
am I cooked?
Does that sound familiar to you? Well, it should, because that is the control scheme for every single console shooter used to this day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
this
looking
game
up and down is right and left is moving. Yeah, that's like really
was one
common.
of the first games to use the dual analog setup everything uses now. It was a pioneer, and this reviewer hated the game for it. It's funny to laugh at it now, but you have to remember, back in 2000, a controller with 2 analog sticks was still a new thing, and controlling the game with 2 analog sticks was something never really
My
done.
brain!
Even a few years into the PS2's life, you still had games using the L and R buttons to control the camera. It was too hard to shift away from what people were used to. So, this review was just kind of
I hated L and R, I'm not gonna be honest.
The way we control games were changing, and this reviewer could not adapt. It's not really his fault, but it kind of is. Trashing a game for its control scheme that would later become the industry standard is something he could have never predicted, but in the end, it's still embarrassing.
Yeah, at least he should have made it justifiable.
From the creators of Hitman comes Kane and Lynch.
All
Kane and
right.
Lynch Dead Man was a game released in 2007, and it was set to be
massive piss.
Hey, almost baby.
Yo, thank you so much, Max, for the tier 3. I really appreciate it. Let's fucking go. I played the shit out of these. I've never heard of this game before.
huge. A big next-gen
His
AAA
ass
game that
been
was also a new
gold.
IP. This game was hyped
Yeah.
up quite a bit back in
Bald
the day.
man gold.
Every place was talking about it and making a huge deal about it. And when the game finally came out, it got middling review scores across the board. It wasn't a game changer, but it was fine. That seemed to be the consensus. GameSpot was one of the websites hyping the game up to hell and back. You
I
could
never
not go
heard of this,
anywhere on
man.
their
It's
site
weird.
without seeing an advertisement for the game. They were telling you to buy it right there and right now. And when it came time to review the game, Jeff Gertzman on the staff was ready and able, and the score he gave it, 6 out of 10. So yeah, about what every other site was saying about it. But this was a special case, because GameSpot was very obviously taking handouts from the game's publisher. And once they saw Jeff gave the game a fair and honest review, and not a 9 or 10 out of 10 masterpiece, buy it now, they threatened to pull their money.
Wait, but isn't that kind of illegal? Like, I don't know. Like, the guy gave an honest review and he didn't know that it was part of a deal? Is that what I'm understanding? Not really? That's what I'm saying. It's like, not really, but kinda Giga Chad also, because he published a honest review and then they got mad? Yeah, it's more of a creator. Yeah, like I honestly kind of based,
This
to
led
be
to
honest.
GameSpot putting a lot of pressure on Jeff, who stood his ground and refused to back down.
Yeah, look at this guy He's like, I'm a Giga Chat. I'm a real gamer. I'm not gonna do it. Actually, what a good guy.
This would lead to GameSpot pulling his review and firing him because he wasn't trustworthy enough.
What? I hope he got a better job than that. Well, that's so fucked up.
Jeff would later go on to form his own game website, Giant Bomb, so he could keep being an honest game reviewer.
That's cool.
But this incident is more substantial than you think. This man was fired because he was being honest. He wasn't trying to butter people up or be dishonest with the people.
It was a huge scandal.
He flat out told everyone, the game is alright. And he was fired for that. This basically proved what many thought was happening in gaming journalism. It was very possible for the publishers and companies to butter the review websites up with some cold hard cash to sway review scores. This is exactly what happened. With all the advertising,
the beginning of an end,
only
man.
to be given an average review score, the reviewer was then fired. That basically put huge doubt on any games journalism website. This can happen to any of them. And making everyone start to doubt games journalism in general is extremely embarrassing.
Publicized journals being in the pockets of big companies. Honestly, like, yeah, it just makes them more based.
The fact of the matter is, it all comes down to money in the end. Money makes the world go round. Integrity and honesty be damned. Whatever makes me the most green is what matters most. That is what has been the main goal for a long time. In the gaming industry, and the games journalism industry, and
can't be honest anymore.
And that probably will be the main goal for as far as the eye can see. Remember, kids, the only opinion you can truly trust is your own. And no one can take that away from you. God bless, like and subscribe, and good night.
Good night. Good night, sweet prince. Oh, wait, he's including this. This is a real journalist from GameSpot, I think. This is so good. It's telling you what to do, just do it! Jump, okay. Jump again, dash. Come on, buddy. Yeah, come on. Come on, just jump. Why are you... This is physically causing me pain, man. Oh, there you go! Oh, shit! He got it! It took him 10 fucking times! It even says hold. Bro, I understand if it's like kind of figure it out for yourself, but fuck me, that is bad. They can't press more than one button at the same time. Dude, it's insane. That was a good little video though. I like that. Yeah, that is... Yeah, shit game. Tutorial is unintuitive. No clear text on the screen telling me what to do. Shit game. Shit game. Mommy! Piss, piss, piss. Shit! Piss, 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 piss. Fuck, fucking shit on. Calm. Piss myself. Fuck, piss, 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 fuck, piss, fuck, piss, 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 fuck,